BBC2, a show which likes nothing but the best.
Welcome to the quiz show that demands nothing less than perfection. Behind their screen are 4 contestants who'll be hoping their knowledge is flawless because one single mistake could give the game away. This is perfection. Hello and welcome to the quiz show where only perfect play is good enough. Behind me are the contestants. We call them the usual suspects. They're in our isolation room. In a moment, one of them will be randomly selected to join me here to play perfection. They'll then face a series of true or false statements. For example, if I said the Thinker is a famous sculpture by the artist Rodin, would you say that's true or false? Well, if you'd said true, I can tell you you'd be right. Answering true or false might seem easy, but if the contestant gets a single answer wrong, their opponents, the usual suspects, will be allowed into the game to capitalise on their mistakes. So, you know how the game works. Let's meet the usual suspects.
Hello, I'm Steve. I'm a stand-up comedian and motivational speaker from Sutton Coldfield in the West Midlands, and this is my first game.
Hello, I'm Keith. I'm a police officer from Liverpool. This is my second game.
Hi, I'm Pete. I'm an energy consultant from Guildford, and this is my second game.
Hi, I'm Corinne. I work in telemarketing and I'm from York, and this is my 6th game.
Welcome to all of you, but you particularly, Steve, as you're the new man on the block.
Yeah, that's right.
Looking forward to playing?
I'm looking forward to winning.
Yes, that's the spirit. OK, look, welcome to you all, and best of luck as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Steve, it is you. Please go and play perfection. Steve, welcome to the game. Stand-up comedian, but a specialist area.
Yeah, I'm Britain's only deaf stand-up. If there are any others I haven't heard.
So, well, Steve, look, it's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates, they're now your enemies. Their job is to stop you from winning the prize fund. Every game on perfection is worth £1,000. Here's the good news. Nobody has won the past 6 games, so the prize fund currently stands at £7,000. Usual suspects. We're going to switch you off for now, so you can't see or hear anything. Cheerio. Away they go. Steve, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge, OK? You'll play 3 rounds and then a final. Every round consists of 4 true or false statements. You'll be answering against the clock. You'll only have 45 seconds, and once you've given your answers, they'll be locked in. First answer, yeah?
OK.
Let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. BMX made its debut as a full Olympic sport in 2008.
Sinead Reid, BMX, Stoke. I'll say true.
True. Coulrophobia is the irrational fear of clowns.
It's stupid enough to be true.
So I'd take true.
I'll say true.
True. Ca is the chemical symbol for carbon.
No, that's calcium, carbon C.
So you're saying...
That's false.
False. And Lady Chatterley fell in love with her butler.
She might have done. Don't know, it might have been in another book, Lady Chatterley's Butler. I'm letting the clock run out before I say that is false.
Nicely timed. Well, there you go. You've answered all 4 statements. A good round for you, do you think?
No.
No?
Terrible.
I thought you sounded very confident.
You can sound confident, doesn't mean you are confident.
Right, OK. Well, look, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. Pete, has he achieved perfection?
If he's got one wrong, I think it's going to be B.
OK. Steve, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. You couldn't have done any better. That's the way to play it. An absolutely perfect round. You achieved perfection. Let's have a look at those answers. If the statement is true, it will turn green. If it's false, it will turn red. Starting at the top, BMX made its debut as a full Olympic sport in 2008. You said that's true. It is, of course, true. Coulrophobia is the irrational fear of clowns. It is true. Ca is the chemical symbol for carbon. You said that's false. It is, of course, false. And you said it was calcium, didn't you? Quite right. Lady Chatterley fell in love with her butler. It is, of course, false. She fell in love with her gamekeeper. Steve, as a result of that perfect performance, you have made winning the prize fund a lot easier, and here's how. This is your final board appearing here. These 6 blank spaces need to be filled with subject categories. Behind each category will be a true or false statement, and you'll need to answer correctly all 6 to win the prize fund. Here are your final round categories. They range through restaurants, kids' books, the internet, etc., etc. Because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose 2 categories to add to the board. Which 2 would you like to play in the final?
OK, Scottish history to start.
Scottish history goes across.
I've got kids, but I don't want to do their books. Are they listening to me?
Yeah.
Oh, right. I'd like to do the kids' books. Famous people.
And famous people goes across the second of those 6 usual suspects. We'll see you in the next round, where maybe you'll get a look in. Cheerio. And away they go. Steve, you made a great start to the game. Can't have done any better, really. Are you ready to play on?
No.
Let's just wait a while then.
Now I'm ready.
Now you're ready. OK, let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. Bubbles were first put into champagne in the 1800s.
Method Champagners, that's older than that, isn't it? 1800 is not the... I would say false.
False. The Doomsday Book is kept in the British Library.
They went there. I would assume so. True.
True. A mature adult male gorilla is called a silverback.
Yeah, silverback gorilla could be a species of gorilla, but I'll say true.
True. And finally, the Romanov dynasty were rulers of Austria.
They were Russia as well, weren't they? So, well, you know, I would say that's false.
False. Thank you very much. Steve, you've answered all 4 statements. What do you think? Good round, bad round?
Yeah, this could go the other way, because I know something about all those subjects, but not the specific that is asked in the question.
Right. Well, I'll tell you what, before we find out how well you've done exactly, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. How's he done this time, Corinne?
I think he's got 3 right.
Which one do you think he's got wrong?
D.
You think D might be wrong. Pete, what do you think?
I think he's got B wrong. D's definitely right.
OK. Steve, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many you've got correct. The usual suspects are in, and they get the chance to steal. Can you steal it, usual suspects? You can see Steve's answers. You need to change just 1.
The British Library's in Euston Road, and I work in Euston Road.
Are you sure about that one?
So if the Doomsday Book was there, I'd like to think I'd know.
Is it in that famous library in Oxford?
You said it... You thought,
I don't know where it is, but I think it's false. So
Okay.
I would like to change
We'd like
B.
to change B to false, please, Nick.
B changes from true to false, leaving A, C and D as answered by Steve. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. Bubbles were first put into champagne in the 1800s. Is that true or false? It is false. Dates back to the 1600s. The Doomsday Book is kept in the British Library. This is the one that you changed. Is it true or false? It is false. It's at the National Archives at Kew, actually, is where they keep it, but it certainly isn't in the British Library. You know where this is going now, usual suspects. A mature adult male gorilla is called a silverback. True or false? We know that now to be true. And the Romanov dynasty were rulers of Austria. True or false? No, they weren't. So congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Oh, dear.
Says that.
Steve, the usual suspects have succeeded where you failed, and they've stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Steve's chances of winning the prize fund of £7,000 that much harder. Let's see the final board. So far on there we have Scottish history and famous people. Because you won the round, usual suspects, you've earned the right to choose the next 2 categories to add to the board.
Kids' books.
Kids' books, he's given that away already, yeah.
OK, we'll go for kids' books, please.
Kids' books moves across into the final, and I need another one from you.
I reckon puppets. Who knows anything about puppets?
What did it be then?
Puppets, please.
Lovely. Puppets moves across, becomes the fourth of the 6 categories in the final. Congratulations, Usual Suspects. You've won the second round. It's time to switch you off, but we'll see you again in round 3. Cheerio. Steve, with the Usual Suspects gone, well, you sort of gave them kids' books, really, didn't you?
I can't believe they've fallen for that kids' book thing. Hook, line and sinker.
Nice. Are you ready to play the next round?
Go on then.
Let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. The longest river in France is the Rhone.
I think that's true.
True. Harry S. Truman's middle name was Septimus.
No, I think that's false.
False. Sam Mendes directed Slumdog Millionaire.
No, that's false. It was Thingy, the other bloke.
False. The material nylon is derived from the flax plant.
Now, that's linen, isn't it? I don't think nylon's derived from the nylon plant. So I would say that's probably, you know, on the balance of probabilities, thinking about all things, taking it all into account, I would say that's probably false.
False. Oh, there we went early. There you had seconds to spare. What do you think? Good round, bad round?
I think I've 2 guesses. I'm bound to have got 1 wrong.
OK, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the Usual Suspects. Hello, Usual Suspects. These are the 4 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. Keith, has he achieved perfection?
If he's got A right, he's got perfection, but it might be the Loire.
It is the Loire, so...
Right. The moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements correctly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Ah! 3 out of 4 again. You've let your enemies, the Usual Suspects, in, and they get the chance to steal. Can you steal at Usual Suspects? You can see Steve's answers. You need to change just 1.
I do believe it is what we said, the Loire. May we change A, please?
You may.
To
from
false.
From true to false.
Please.
Thus leaving B, C and D as answered by Steve. So, Usual Suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. The longest river in France is the Rhone. Is that true or false? It is false. It is the Loire. Harry S. Truman's middle name was Septimus. You said false. Is it true or false? It is, of course, false. Do you know what? It doesn't stand for anything. Absolutely true, that. Sam Mendes directed Slumdog Millionaire. True or false? It is, of course, false. And you think it's...
Danny Boyle?
Danny Boyle is exactly right. The material nylon is derived from the flax plant. We know, of course, that it is false. It is entirely synthetic and man-made. Congratulations, Usual Suspects. You have achieved perfection.
Thank you.
Steve, the Usual Suspects have succeeded where you failed, and they've stolen the round. Usual Suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Steve's chance of winning the prize fund much harder. Right. As you can see, there are 4 there because you won the round. You've earned the right to choose the last 2.
I'll say record breakers, because that's going to be a number. I think it'll be like the fastest time or the longest, whatever.
Yeah, you can do record breakers, please,
Thank
Nick.
you. Record breakers goes across and becomes the 5th, the 6th.
Well, we haven't discussed
and a final one.
Yeah, what do you think about... Does Steve get out much?
So?
We'll go for restaurants, please.
Lovely. Restaurants goes across into the final as well. We now know our 6 final categories. They are Scottish history, famous people, kids' books, puppets, record breakers and restaurants. OK, guys, it's time to switch you off for the final time. Cheerio. And away they go. What do you reckon?
I'll give them a go.
Yeah.
Nothing to lose. I come here with nothing.
Yeah, but it's quite a bit to win. £7,000. It's time to play the final. Steve, this is the all-important final. If you could achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £7,000. If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing. You ready?
Bring it on.
Let's play the final round. Steve, here are your 6 final categories. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £7,000. Think carefully. There's no time limit, but once you've given an answer, it's locked in. First answer, OK?
OK.
Let's reveal your first statement. Please tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. Scottish history. Bonnie Prince Charlie was born and died in Rome.
I think he might have died in Rome, but I don't think he was born there, so I'm going to say false.
False. Famous people. Clarice Cliff was a ballet dancer of the 1960s?
She might have been, but she would have broken her china had she tried to dance with it. So I think that is false.
False. Kids' books. Was it a bluff or double bluff? Matt Lucas wrote the Flanimals books.
Flanimals is Ricky Gervais, so that's false.
False. Puppets. Punch and Judy's baby is called Toby.
I think it's Spike, isn't it? I don't think it's Toby.
Okay, false. Record breakers. Louis Blériot was the first man to sail the Pacific.
He might have done, but I'll tell you what he did first was to fly across the English Channel in 1905 or something. So that would be false.
False. And finally, restaurants. The Fat Duck in Berkshire is owned by Gordon Ramsay.
That's false.
False. Steve, those answers are locked in. Remember, if there is one single mistake, you leave with nothing. Looking at the board, which ones are you worried about?
A. And D. The rest I've got right.
OK, well, let's switch on the usual suspects and see what they have to say. Usual suspects, you can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Steve's answers. Steve, your answers are locked in, and you can't change them by yourself. But if you think you have made a mistake, you can unlock the board with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Usual suspects, I'm now going to ask you to tell me how well you think Steve has done, if you want to help, and if you do, how much it will cost. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. Steve, who would you like to hear from first?
Always ask a policeman. Keith.
I've got a question mark over 1, but I'll be straight up. I really don't know the answer to the other 1, so I'm going to stay where I am.
OK, so no offer at all from Keith there. Would you like to move on and ask somebody else?
I'll ask Leopard Lady. Corinne.
Again, there's one I'm not certain of, so unfortunately I wouldn't be able to help you change anything or...
So no offer from Corinne
No.
either. Do you want to hear from Pete?
Go on, then.
Hi, Steve. I'll keep this short. I don't know. I'm not coming down.
So you're on your own, going it alone, £7,000 at stake, 6 answers away. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. If the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. Bonnie Prince Charlie was born and died in Rome. Actually, that was one that you said that you were worried about, wasn't it? So let's skip on to B. Clarice Cliff was a ballet dancer of the 1960s. You were convinced that that was false. You said false. We need this to turn red. Yeah, pottery in the Art Deco style, as you so rightly said. Matt Lucas wrote the Flanimals books. You said that's not true. Is it true or false? It is false, and it is Ricky Gervais. Well done, 2 out of 2. D, Punch and Judy. Actually, that was the other one that you said you weren't sure about, wasn't it?
Yep.
So let's skip that for the moment and move on to Louis Blériot. Was the first man to sail the Pacific. You said no, he was a man who flew a plane across...
The English Channel.
English Channel. So you said false. Is it true or false? It is false. First across the English Channel. Quite right, too. You got one more here that you said that you knew was right. The Fat Duck in Berkshire is owned by Gordon Ramsay. You said that's false because you believed it belonged to...
Heston Blumenthal.
So is it true or false? It is false. And it is Heston Blumenthal's restaurant. So this is where it gets interesting. A, Bonnie Prince Charlie was born and died in Rome. We need this to turn red for you to get you 1 away from the money. If it turns green, you're leaving with no money at all. Bonnie Prince Charlie was born and died in Rome. True or false? It's true. £7,000.
I chose that one as well, but...
So, I wonder whether you've managed to achieve perfection at home. Punch and Judy's baby is called Toby. True or false? False. The baby has no name. It's the dog that's called Toby.
Thank you.
You're only 1 away.
That makes it worse. Thanks. That's a consolation.
It's not my job to console you. It's just my job to say things like, you go home with nothing. That's what I do. Usual suspects, great news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game where one of you can be playing for £8,000. Happy with that?
Yeah,
look,
indeed.
Yeah.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's hear it one more time for Steve. Thank you very much. It's now time to meet the next usual suspect, hoping to play perfection today. Usual suspect, please introduce yourself.
Hello, Nick. My name's Mike. I'm just retired now, and I'm from Poulton-the-File near Blackpool.
Best of luck to all of you as we now find out which one of you will be randomly picked to play perfection. Pete, it's you. You've been chosen. Please come and play perfection. Pete, welcome to the game. Energy consultant. What does that mean? Is this a newfangled green energy stuff?
That's right. Yeah, it's all about saving the planet these days and reducing your energy bill.
Good stuff. OK, well, look, Pete, it's now you versus the usual suspects. They were your teammates. Now they're your enemies. Here's the good news. Nobody's won the past 7 games. The prize fund currently stands at £8,000. OK, 3 rounds of the final to come. Usual suspects, we're going to switch you off. But as soon as Pete makes a mistake, you'll be back in the game. And away they go. Pete, you can now talk through your answers without giving away any vital knowledge, OK?
Sure.
Shall we get into it?
Let's go.
Let's play perfection. Your 45 seconds starts now. The Tower and the Empress are yoga positions.
Sounds plausible. I'm going to say false.
False. Downing Street in London is a cul-de-sac.
Yeah, that's true.
True. The actor Sean Bean is a Sheffield United fan.
Sean Bean. He could be. Yes, true.
True. And finally, King's Cross is the official centre of London.
No, it's Charing Cross. That's false.
False. And with a little time to spare, you've answered all 4 statements. Interesting, I'll just take you back to A. The Tower and the Empress are yoga positions. You said that's feasible. False.
Well, the question masters, they're tricky people. You know, they want to lead you in and then dash your hopes.
Oh, I see. So there's a bit of theory behind this now.
Well...
Good round, though, overall? You seem quite confident on the rest?
Yeah, Downing Street, I think you can only see it from one end, which is why I think it's a cul-de-sac, but...
Well, let's find out, shall we? Before we reveal how well you've done, though, it's time to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these were the 4 statements, and next to them are Pete's answers. Mike, has he achieved perfection?
Well, I think he's got 1 wrong, certainly.
Which one?
I think D is wrong.
OK. Keith?
I think he's got 1 wrong. I've got a funny feeling it might be A.
Corinne?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about A, but just 1 wrong, yeah.
So they all think you might have got 1 wrong, but different ones.
They don't know anything.
You don't think? OK, Pete, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many are correct. Congratulations, Pete. You've achieved perfection. Let's go through those answers quickly. The Tower and the Empress are yoga positions. You thought feasible, but you decided to go false. It is, of course, false. They're both tarot cards, actually.
Yes, of course they are. Yep.
Downing Street in London is a cul-de-sac. You said true on the basis you could only look in from one end, and you know what? You're absolutely right. It is a cul-de-sac. The actor Sean Bean is a Sheffield United fan. True or false? You had no idea, but I took a punt on it and said true.
Sean wouldn't let me down.
No, well, and he didn't, because it was absolutely true. And King's Cross is the official centre of London. You said it was false on the basis that it was...
Charing Cross.
Charing Cross. And do you know what? You're right on both counts. It was false, and it is Charing Cross that is considered the official centre of London. OK, Pete, as a result of that perfect performance, you've earned the right to choose 2 categories to add to your final board. Here it comes. Which 2 do you fancy?
Let's start with UK history, definitely.
UK history goes across, and...
I'm going to take mammals, please.
Mammals goes across into the final as well. Usual suspects. We'll see you in the next round where maybe you'll get a look in.
Hopefully.
Hopefully.
All right, in the meantime, we're going to switch you off. Cheerio. And away they go. Pete, you've made a great start to the game. Should we keep on a roll and see if you can do it again?
If that's all right with you, yeah.
It's perfectly all right with me. Let's play round 2. Your 45 seconds starts now. Dick Turpin died of natural causes, aged 81.
It sounds plausible, doesn't it? Yeah, true.
True. Eggplant is an American word for the aubergine.
It is a Yeah, it is a word for the aubergine. Americans do silly things. True.
True. The largest string instrument is the cello.
Could be a harp.
You're running out of time.
Yeah. True.
True. And finally, Panama hats originated in Ecuador.
Oh, definitely true.
True. And with just a little time to spare, you made it loads of time. Yeah. You have an interest in music, don't you?
I do, yes.
Yeah, so when that musical question came up, I could see you really going, I should know this.
If I get it wrong, my mum's going to have a go at me because she's in she was on Last Choir Standing.
Oh, was she?
She was, yes. So if I get that wrong, then I'll never hear the end of it.
Right, OK. Well, look, before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. So, usual suspects, these are the 4 statements, and next to them are Pete's answers. Corinne, how's he done?
Definitely got C wrong.
C wrong.
Yeah, definitely.
OK, Keith?
Definitely got C wrong, and I think he's got A wrong as well.
So they think you've definitely got 1 wrong, and it's the one you were particularly worried about getting wrong because your mum's going to kill you. So, Pete, the moment of truth. You need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Let's find out how many you've got correct. Just 2 of the 4, Pete. You failed to achieve perfection. You've now let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Can you steal the round? You can see Pete's answers. You need to change 2 of them. Which 2?
We'll definitely change C.
C is changing from true to false.
It's a double bass, actually, Pete.
Thanks, Corinne.
And?
A.
I just thought the tape and got caught and got hung.
OK. We'd like to change A, please.
A, from true to false. Thus leaving B and D as answered by Pete. Usual suspects. Let's find out what the correct answers are. Dick Turpin died of natural causes, aged 81. Is that true or false? It is, in fact, false. He was hanged in his early 30s. Eggplant is an American word for the aubergine. It is actually true. So, here's the key one, though. The largest string instrument is the cello. Is it true or false? It is false. The double bass and the harp, of course, are both larger than the cello. And you know where this is going now, don't you? Panama hats originated in Ecuador. True or false? Yep, it's true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Pete, the usual suspects have stolen the round. Usual suspects, you now have the opportunity to make Pete's chance of winning the prize fund of £8,000 much harder. Let's see the final board. Usual suspects, because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose the next 2 categories to add to that board.
I think horse racing. Yeah.
Yeah, we'd like to choose horse racing, please.
Good. Horse racing goes across and becomes the 3rd category in the final, and we need 1 more from you.
I would say maybe musicals or sheet music.
Sheet music, that's a good one, isn't it?
It is sheet music, yeah.
Yes, OK. Sheet music, please.
Sheet music goes across and becomes the 4th category. Congratulations, usual suspects. You won the 2nd round. It's time to switch you off, but we'll see you in round 3. And away they go. Pete, with the usual suspects gone, you ready to play on?
I'm ready.
Let's play round 3. Your 45 seconds starts now. Giraffes sleep for over 20 hours a day.
False, no way.
False. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert were cousins.
True.
True. The sitcom Father Ted was set on Craggy Island.
It was a something island. That sounds about right. It was Foggy Island or Blaggy Island. True.
True. And finally, the world's largest national park is in Greenland.
Sounds plausible. I'm going to say false.
False. Employing your technique that served you so well in the first round. OK, Pete, you've answered all 4 statements. Before we reveal how well you've done, it's time for us to bring back the usual suspects. Hello, usual suspects. These are the 4 statements, and next to them are Pete's answers. Keith, has he achieved perfection?
Got a funny feeling he has. Well done, Pete.
Thanks, Keith.
Corinne, do you agree?
I do, actually, yes, so well done.
Mike?
I can't see anything wrong there. No looking at it.
Massive vote of confidence there from the usual
Yeah,
suspects.
but they don't know anything.
right.
You know, that's the kiss of death, isn't it?
Well, we're about to find out. At the moment of truth, you need to have answered all 4 statements perfectly to have won the round. Was it the kiss of death from the usual suspects? Let's find out how many you've got correct. Pete, you failed to achieve perfection. That means you've let your enemies, the usual suspects, into the game. Usual suspects, can you steal the round? You can see Pete's answers. You only need to change one of them, but which one?
Looks like it's D then.
I think
Could be
D's
D.
true. D,
Yeah. D, please, Nick.
D, you're
Could we-
changing D from
Yeah.
false to true.
Please.
Which leaves A, B and C as answered by Pete. OK, usual suspects, let's find out what the correct answers are. Giraffes sleep for over 20 hours a day. Is that true or false? It is false. Sometimes they sleep for as little as 10 minutes a day. They've got to do an awful lot of browsing. It's a big animal and they've got to eat a lot. Queen Victoria and Prince Albert were cousins. That is true. The sitcom Father Ted was set on Craggy Island. Is that true or false? It's true, so now you know where this is going, don't you, usual suspects? The world's largest national park is in Greenland. True or false? It's true. Congratulations, usual suspects. You have achieved perfection. Pete, they've stolen the round. Let's take a look at the final board. 4 subjects on there, 2 chosen by you, Pete, 2 chosen by the usual suspects. And the usual suspects, because you won the round, you've earned the right to choose the last 2 subject categories to add to the board. Now, this is where you get the chance to really trip him up.
Should we go for eruptions?
Yeah, go on.
We'll do eruptions, please.
Right, eruptions moves across to become the 5th and penultimate subject in the final. Last one.
I think cocktails.
Cocktails? OK.
Yeah.
We'll go with cocktails.
Thank you.
Please.
Cocktails goes across and becomes the final category on the finals board. We now know our 6 final categories. They are UK history, mammals, horse racing, sheet music, eruptions and cocktails. OK, guys, time to switch you off for the last time. Cheerio. Away they go. Pete, good, bad, indifferent, those last 2, what do you reckon?
Well, I used to work for an alcohol company. I was barman for about 5 years. So if I get that wrong, then, well, I probably will get it wrong.
You've got an awful lot of money to play with here, because you're playing now, Pete, for £8,000, and it is time to play the final. Pete, this is the all-important final. If you achieve perfection, you could be leaving with a prize fund of £8,000. If you fail, you'll be leaving with nothing, which, of course, would be great news for the usual suspects, as one of them could be playing for a rollover of £9,000 on the next game. Shall we play the final round?
Let's do this.
The final round. Pete, here are your 6 final categories. You must answer all 6 statements correctly if you want to win the £8,000. Think carefully. No time limit, but once you've given an answer, it will be locked in. You ready?
Ready.
Let's reveal the first statement. I need you to tell me whether you believe it to be true or false. UK history. The Bow Street Runners were an early fire brigade.
No, false.
False. Mammals, the second of the 2 categories that you chose for yourself. A marmoset is a member of the cat family.
Marmoset. I think it's a mouse or something like that. False.
False. Horse racing. Tony McCoy won his 4th Grand National in 2010.
Flip of a coin. Let's say true.
True. Sheet music. The musical term fortissimo means very loud.
No, I think it means very fast. False.
False. Eruptions. Naples was destroyed when Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD.
It wasn't Naples. It was another city. It was false. That's false.
False. And finally, cocktails. A screwdriver cocktail contains vodka.
Brilliant. Yes, vodka and orange.
So you're saying?
That's true.
True. Thank you very much. Pete, those answers are locked in. Remember, if there is one single mistake, you leave with nothing. Just out of interest, which ones are you worried about?
I've got no idea about the Bow Street Runners. Marmoset, I should know. I've watched enough Discovery Channel.
So it's fair to say that the two that you're worried about are the two that you chose?
Yeah, that would be one way of looking at it, yes.
All right, well, look, before we find out exactly how well you've done, it's time to switch on the usual suspects to see what they've got to say. Usual suspects. You can now see the final 6 statements, and next to them are Pete's answers. Pete, your answers are locked in. You can't change them by yourself, but if you think you've made a mistake, you can unlock them with the help of the usual suspects. This will, however, come at a cost. Usual suspects, I'm now going to ask you to tell me how well you think Pete's done, if you want to help, and if you do, how much it will cost. Remember, all of you, you can't refer to any of the statements specifically. So who would you like to speak to first?
Well, I've been there longest with Cohen, so...
Cheers, Pete. Well, I think you've done really, really well.
But?
No, I possibly one wrong, but I'm not certain about that.
So would you come down for any cash or not? Should we come back to you?
Yeah, please.
That's fine. Mike?
You've definitely got 2 wrong, possibly another one wrong, and I'm not prepared to come down, I'm afraid, because I'm not sure about that 3rd one.
OK, that's fine. That's fine. If I can go to Keith now?
Yep.
Pete, you've definitely got 2 wrong, and I think you might have a 3rd wrong, and it's the 3rd wrong that I'm too wishy-washy on. So, at the minute, I'm going to stay where I am, I think.
I'm only not sure about 2. I'm confident with the other 4.
The one that I'm uncertain on, I'm totally uncertain on, Pete, and that's what's causing me a problem at the minute.
£8,000 to play with.
8's my lucky number. Let's hope 4's yours.
And with the greatest respect, and your offer's lovely, I'm going to stay where I am, Pete.
OK. Cohen, if you're confident on 5 and there's only one that we're flipping a coin on...
Sorry, 2, I'm not... I can't help, sorry.
So, Keith, can I speak to you again?
You're probably watching me on the monitor, and...
You look lovely, by the way, Keith.
Thank you very much.
Oh, please. He's either going to take the money or he's not.
Pete,
how lovely he looks.
Pete, I'm going to come down, mate.
Excellent.
You are going to come down?
For 4 grand, yep.
OK, negotiations have been agreed. Come and join us, Keith. OK, Pete, you've asked Keith for help. If you achieve perfection, it will cost £4,000 of your potential £8,000. Keith, you now forfeited your chance to play in the next game. This is your only shot at winning perfection. Here are the final round statements. All 6 answers are now unlocked. Keith, which answers do you want Pete to change?
Pete, I'm pretty certain Tony McCoy's first Grand National was 2010.
OK, I haven't got a clue.
I think we should change that.
OK, well, we'll start there. Nick, I'd like to change C from true to false, please.
C changes from true to false.
OK.
I think Naples was destroyed.
It was Pompeii.
But isn't Pompeii on the Bay of Naples? In fact, no, you now got me thinking it overlooks the Bay of Naples.
I wouldn't have ever even considered changing that.
Right.
You know, unless you've got some real grounds on that one, I really think it's Pompeii, it's not Naples.
Let's keep it false. No, let's keep it false. Rash on my part, let's keep it false.
Right. OK, well, let's look through the other. We'll go bottom to top. Screwdriver, yes.
Yep.
Fortissimo, I'm pretty sure that's very fast.
That was the one that I didn't know.
That's very fast.
Okay.
I'm happy with false there.
False, yep.
Marmoset.
Monkey.
Oh, of course it's a monkey. Yes. Right, yeah, that's fine. Totally agree with that now.
And I've got to get A right, haven't I?
Well, the thing is, for the Bow Street Runners, I thought if it wasn't a fire brigade, it would be a police...
It was. It was the Bobbies.
It was the Bobbies?
It was the Bobbies.
Yep. So we're just changing that one?
Yeah.
We're not changing anything else?
You've changed my mind on Naples.
Right, and they were your 2?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, Fortissimo,
okay,
you're quite happy on that.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, you are saying you want to now lock in all the other answers as originally answered?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Lovely, thank you very much. Your answers are now locked in. £8,000 at stake. £4,000 to Pete, £4,000 to Keith. Let's find out if you've achieved perfection. Remember, if the statement turns green, it's true. If it turns red, it's false. The Bow Street Runners were an early fire brigade. To get us off to a good start, we need that to turn red. Is it true or false? It is false. They were an early police force based in London, or Bow.
Yeah. My mum's from Bow. She'd have killed me getting that one wrong too.
You're good. There's a lot of pressure from your mum, isn't there, through your life? OK, let's move on. A marmoset is a member of the cat family. Initially, Pete, you said you thought that was false because you thought it might be a mouse or some form of rodent. Keith came down and reinforced the false by saying that he thought that it was a form of monkey. Either way, you've stuck with false. We need that to turn red for you to carry on your way towards that £8,000. Is it true or false? It is false. 2 out of 2. It's a small monkey, which I think you realised when he said it. C. Tony McCoy won his 4th Grand National in 2010. You admitted yourself, Pete, you didn't have much knowledge on this particular area. Keith was confident that it was his first Grand National win in 2010. So you changed it. It's the one change you made from true to false. It means we need this to turn red to get you halfway towards the £8,000. Tony McCoy won his 4th Grand National in 2010. Is that true or false? It's false. It was, in fact, his first win after 15 attempts. So now you know, Pete, that if you hadn't have had Keith come down and join you, you'd have walked away with nothing at this stage. We move on. The musical term fortissimo means very loud. You discussed this when Keith came down, but you were fairly confident. You also said your mum would kill you if you got this wrong. It's a musical question, and you thought fortissimo means...
very fast.
Very fast, not very loud. So you went with false. We need this to turn red. If it turns red, you're only 2 away from £8,000. If it turns green, you walk away with nothing. The musical term fortissimo means very loud. Is that true or false? It's true. It's true. It's one you barely gave any thought to. You were so confident from there on. Guys, I'm afraid that means you both go home with nothing. Have you achieved perfection at home? Let's continue on through and find out, shall we? Naples was destroyed when Vesuvius erupted in 79 AD. Yep, it's false. It was Pompeii that it destroyed. Finally, well, you know this one's right, don't you? A screwdriver cocktail contains vodka. True, absolutely true. You missed by 1. Usual suspects, that's great news for you. The prize fund rolls over to the next game, where one of you could be playing for a total of £9,000. Yeah. That's a lot of cash. Pete, Keith, I hope you've enjoyed playing, though.
Been brilliant.
Been fantastic.
Really? Thank you very much. Let's hear it for them. Keith and Pete.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
I'm never going to hear the end of that.
I don't think you are. That's all we have time for. Please join us next time when our usual suspects have the chance to play again, this time for £9,000. But remember, on this show, we only pay for perfection. Goodbye.
Driving a hard bargain next on BBC Two with the Antiques Road Trip, while later tonight a new series as Charlie Brooker returns with How TV Ruined Your Life. And there's a taster of what to expect on the way in just a sec.